All right, you guys. Happy Sunday Fun Day in full effect. The night before Sarah Boone versus Brian Boone in family court. Are you excited? I know I am. We have boots on the ground right now. Hear Me Out is boots on the ground. He's headed to Muldoon's. He's visited Tillwood Apartments, and he's going to be at the court tomorrow with Tanika, Edie Beatty. Shout out to Edie Beatty. If you have your boots on the ground, make sure you keep us posted in the comment section and let us know what's going on in the Florida Family Law Court. Before we get into the tip of the tip and get our ducks in a row, let's head over to Muldoon's where it all started, Sarah's favorite place.
Hello everyone, this is Hear Me Out. I'm reporting live from Muldoon's in Winter Park, Florida, where the drinks are as warm as the hospitality.
I don't know, this bar thing over there across the street near the Walgreens, whatever it's called.
Okay.
I've never been there, but somebody gave her a little bit of cocaine.
Welcome back. While Sarah Boone waits for someone to kick her bunk at 3 a.m. to get ready for court tomorrow, in anticipation of getting all of her gold and thousands of dollars for her imaginary heirlooms, Judge Jackson hasn't responded to her motion to appear in person so that she can be included in her case. So it looks like we might just get Sarah over the phone. Or was it Zoom? I think I said Zoom on the last video, and some of you let me know that it was a phone call. If it's not even a Zoom call, I know Sarah is going bananas. I thought that she would at least be able to be seen or see the courtroom. If it's just a actual phone call, she's gonna go crazier. Being the excellent mother that she is to her son, she is going to fight futuristically for her delicious delights, her jumping Java. She wants to keep it kosher and just be able to watch movies on the tablet and call unlimited amounts of times. She wants to text unlimited amounts of times, and all on Brian's dime. Remember what's at stake here. Boone wants upward of $62,000, but I think we have deduced and calculated that if anything, she may be entitled to $24,000, and if that is awarded to her, she will no longer be indigent and it would be awarded to the court for her legal fees. So Brian may take a financial hit, but she still won't benefit. So even though Sarah admitted in court and on multiple body cams that Brian was the only person that she ever had to help her, to support her, he was her only friend / family / former husband. Now that she's committed the ultimate crime, she wants to take Brian down with her. She wants to take him to the cleaners. She even wants him to be held in contempt. Sarah. And get this, apparently Sarah did have a family law attorney, but they withdrew from the case. You guessed it, for irreconcilable differences. They couldn't get along. They couldn't come together on a argument. Maybe they were telling her that this was ludicrous that she's requesting $60,000 from a newly single parent, that she made a single parent and left high and dry, and that she may actually consider that she should be paying that parent and may owe that parent child support. Maybe they told her that and she fired him. We've saw Sarah dance with the dogs enough to know if she doesn't like what an attorney is offering, she'll let them go at any cost. From Bankowitz, the quote-unquote buffoon, and Patricia, quote, bish-ass Cashman, two good attorneys that she let go, and that's just two. Remember, she had almost 20 attorneys. She let them go without a problem just because they were telling her something logical. It wasn't until old Owens came into the picture that we got someone that was on the same page as her, that was willing to escort her to her life sentence and reject that sweetheart deal. Of course, the straight A students that we are, we have to follow through. Family law, and then we have the appeal next. So far, we've had some great judges, and if you didn't check out our last video to get background on Judge Jackson, who Sarah will be standing in front of for her family law case tomorrow, she's like all about children's rights, and not that any judge isn't, but in particular, her background, she went through the foster care system. Her mother was an excellent mother as Sarah, so she's familiar with a child that's in Sarah's son's shoes. So in particular, we have basically the perfect judge for Sarah. While she is trying to bring in all of this money and heirlooms and legacy, the judge, I have a feeling, will be focused on her son. I guess it really shouldn't, but it blows my mind that after everything Sarah has done, she doesn't even seem to care the position that she's putting her own child in by attacking his dad. The money that she's requesting is critical at this time. About 16, he's going to be preparing for prom and graduation and ultimately college. And to think that she would prefer for him to sit in prison visits than being able to enjoy his life with his dad is pretty eerie. Eerie like how she did George. A lot of you in the comments section have actually said that Sarah should be definitely monitored around her son, and if it wasn't for George, that she may have actually harmed her son in the past. At her townhome, while she was walking around in her pink shorts, barefoot with the handle, and little man would just be on the bike for hours alone, wandering around the building, according to the manager.
Listen, my fiance has nothing to do with it. It's all my fault.
I mean, we've seen her take him out of the bed at all times of the night to come and stand in the middle of disputes between her and George, and just waking him up at all sorts of times just because she left a drunken dispute back at the Tillwood Apartments. So hopefully Judge Jackson has note of all of that, and we all hope that she's even privy to Sarah's tablet messages and all the money that her fans have been sending her. Sarah presents as if she's in prison, destitute with nothing, but records show that she's eating and drinking and living pretty well. She has phone bills higher than mine outside on the free world. I think one person commented $900 that they saw on Tanika's channel, that Sarah had run up a bill almost $1,000. Prison calls are very expensive, and now that Lana is no longer around to foot the bill, it seems like she's got her eyes set on Brian. Sarah claims to have 9 assistants, but with Lana being gone and Peter and Julian from the Delphines apparently taking a back seat after being exposed for their alleged shady business practices, seems like Sarah may be on her own as a Christian soldier fighting onward tomorrow in court. We've seen pro se Sarah in action before. It took her almost 6 months to open that discovery box that she begged for. But this time, she won't be able to drag it out like she did in her criminal case. Hopefully, Brian and Little Man will be free after tomorrow. No more continuances, no more extensions. Done. To my legal people out there, do you think Sarah will appeal the decision if it isn't favorable to her? Leave a comment below.
So we were having a really good day, and we went across the street to Muldoon. And everything was good and fine and dandy. And because I talked to another guy because he left, came in there and I got so mad. So I asked someone for a cigarette, and it happened to be a guy. So he walked in and got super pissed because I asked for a cigarette from another guy. I came home. Mind you, my car is across the street still. Okay.
So you get home, you go inside.
Oh man, let loose. When I say rag doll, do you know what that is?
I know what a rag doll is. And then as you're making your way to the back, what
I
happened?
got caught on the stairwell.
You got caught on the stairwell, so he caught you on the stairwell. And what, did he get in front of you, started confronting you, telling you anything? What happened?
We've seen Sarah manipulate the justice system multiple times, but today, it's after midnight here in California, almost 2 a.m., so I'm pretty sure Sarah's bunk is being kicked by now. But if you're going to bed like me, set your alarm for the morning so that we can head to court. In the meantime, here's a little rewind of what Sarah's requesting from the family court. If you made it this far, you know I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Respondent, me, request the court to compel petitioner, former husband, to 1. Provide reasons for his underemployment for over 3 years to present with having the ability to work, and explain to the court how it is not deliberate. 2. Explain to the court his livelihood income while, quote, unemployed and supporting the minor child for over 3 years, ongoing, futuristically. 3. Present any evidence of permission given by the court to reduce and terminate his obligations of alimony payments to the respondent, me. So she's saying that he has to have some sort of paperwork or documents from the court relieving him of his obligations. Oh, Sarah. 4. Specify the single reason for modification and why it was not determined and continued throughout the process of this matter to lawfully allow respondent, me, to correctly identify and respond to her rightful defense. In addition, respondent, me, respectfully request sanction petitioner, former husband, and his counsel for their willful violations of the court's orders of alimony payments to the respondent, me, with active agreements and undermining its authority of consequences for their ongoing noncompliance. Now, I don't know about Kim and Eli, but inmate Boone isn't a nice person. Is it the toilet wine or the isolation that is making her... No, I take it back. She's always been a nasty person, right? Well, in my opinion, to do what she did to George, to do what she did to his family, to do what she's doing to her former husband and son, it's just nasty. And there are people, her fans around the world, stars on the map. Don't forget to put where you're watching from so that I can add stars to our map all around the world. Those people are supporting her. They're telling her that she's right. We saw on the messages where they kind of created a bubble where she thought that she was just going to beat this thing and walk free, to the point where she rejected a sweetheart deal. And where are the Delphines? I thought the Delphines were helping her with her family court case. They were supposed to get her an attorney. Does anyone know? Let me know below. Futuristically, Sarah goes on to say, enforce original alimony obligation regardless of respondents, me, current circumstances, and order petitioner, former husband, to pay $62,000 in parentheses as well, in case the judge was confused. She made sure she wrote it out and put it in parentheses, as estimated and calculated minus appropriate cost deemed just and ordered by the court. 62 months times 1,000 ordered payments per month. hold petitioner accountable for interest accrued and arrears as a matter of equity, law, and appropriate authority, calculated as follows per Florida law. Quote, Florida law imposes interest on unpaid child support and alimony as a statutory rate. As of July 1st, 2025, the interest rate for unpaid support is set at 8.90% per year and may vary annually. Interest begins accruing on the overdue balances as soon as a payment is missed, and means the longer arrears go unpaid, the higher the balance grows due to the compounding interest. In many cases, interest can become a significant part of the arrears balance, so it's important to address unpaid support as soon as possible. 8.9% interest times 62 equals $5,518. $5,518 interest plus $62,000 arrears equals total owed by petitioner, former husband, pre-deductions from the court of $67,518. 9. Respondent, me, is requesting $300 to be deposited by the petitioner, former husband, in her DOC inmate account on the first day of every month until the debt is satisfied, or other arrangements have been made at her request pending her appeal. Oh my God, this would be such an injustice. Sarah is trying to set up her life sentence. The rest of her sentence, she will be sitting like a fat rat in her cell, and Brian will be pretty much paying for her crime. Leave a comment below if legally she has any ground. 10. Dollar amounts from her financial affidavit needed for her son, such as communication, gifts for holidays, etc., will be billed accordingly from total amount owed and is separate from monthly payments to her inmate account. Further arrangements can be made, if applicable, upon order of the court after formal judgment has been made concluding trial. Oh my God, Sarah's scaring me, you guys. In conclusion, respondent, me, is not requesting a new award of alimony based on her actual need or circumstances, rather graciously asking the court to enforce the original order, which was/is active during her incarceration without any stipulation of or permission to modify any part included. Additionally, respondent, me, is asking court to hold petitioner, former husband, accountable for the arrears and interest accrued due to the actively violating compliance according to court orders and Florida law, justifiably upholding the respondent's, me, constitutional rights. And proper inclusion while seeing her good faith efforts and patiently cooperating in every manner possible, even under the added, quote, chaos created by the petitioner through their perpetual unlawful attempts of advantageous gain and control of this case as a whole. Wow, so now she, again, moral authority, but she is the person that created this chaos. She created the whole ordeal. Why Brian had to uproot his entire life and his child immediately to protect him from her and her circus. But even if she doesn't have an attorney, someone is helping her with these documents. I know she is a wordsmith. She likes to pile on the unnecessary words, but it seems like she's getting some help. The petitioner's bad faith also of automatically assuming their success in overruling the court and taking advantage of the disadvantaged respondent, me, by implementing their rules of not paying or cooperating with anyone should not be rewarded, rather removed and made known to all parties. Authority belongs solely to the court, and orders are given for reasons of justice, formally, legally, and constitutionally. So, Sarah should accept her sentence, right? If justice is to be served formally, legally, and constitutionally.
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again?
I would never do that to George.
You did.
Not intentionally. Know that.
I don't.